Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to do a live demonstration or recording of the Scoville Heat Unit of this particular sauce, Slap Your Mama. It's a jalapeno pepper sauce, and I was lucky enough to meet a couple of the guys this week in London, and they gave me some samples, and this is one of them, and I'll essentially go ahead and test it now. So in front of me I do have the Food Sense Generation 4. Sometimes, it's sometimes called the Scoville meter online. It's got a lot of applications measuring caffeine, measuring gingerol, but when it's measuring capsaicin, then we can sometimes refer to it as the Scoville meter. That said, let me grab hold of the sauce. I'll try and be super quick with your time so we can be nice and efficient. So I will pour this out. I did notice that it's quite pourable, so this means I can actually use a pipette in the preparation of this sample. So I will grab 100 microliters of that. It shouldn't take too long to grab this to prepare the sample. So I'll grab 100 microliters, which I've now got, and I'll put that in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I call a 1 in 10 dilution. So I'm going to do, you'll see me do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Cool. Okay, so that's, you can imagine that's 1 plus 9, which is 10. So we've done a 1 in 10 dilution. Here's the sample here. I'm actually just going to bring a vortexer into shot. So a vortexer is not a super expensive piece of kit, but it just vibrates like crazy. So when I'm trying to extract the capsaicin, it'll do a really efficient job of that extraction. So I just count to 20 on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, so I've done that. I'll take that out of shot. I'll bring that in like that. And I will grab 50 microliter pipettes, because I'm just going to put a drop of 50 microliters onto here. And you'll see me do that. And off. In fact, what I'll just show you, I've given this a name. And when I say a name, I'm controlling this from the app on my smartphone. I've called it, it's got a comical name, Slap Your Mama. I've called it 10 because 10 tells me I did 1 in 10 dilution. I called it number 1. Otherwise, it's all good to go. And I will just put the sample on now, 50 microliters. On it goes. I will hit continue. And just make sure I choose the 1 in 10, which I have. That's a 1 in 10 dilution, and off it goes. So it's spend more time talking and more time preparing the sample than actually the time it takes to actually get the sample. So I can see this is a a fairly mild sauce. I can see that from the raw signal now, but you don't have to interpret the raw signal. The data is interpreted. You get a Scoville Heat Unit, but you also get really good traceability on this as well. So it's quite mild. It's 525 Scoville Heat Units. I'll just confirm that mildness actually. I'll just grab a quick sample so I can just do a kind of quick organoleptic test on this as well. Yeah, I mean, it's mild. Not that I've got like, a sort of an analytical chemistry tongue, but it is mild. I do a lot of testing. All right, so we've got 525 Scoville Heat Units here. Let me just show you what that looks like. So it says, I get a result on my phone, so that's easy to interpret. Scoville Heat Units, when asked, it's 525 Scoville Heat Units on this particular one. It then also says upload complete as well. So upload complete means if I just go to here, it sent the data to a system called Julie. And I'll just do a quick refresh on Julie. So the data goes up. I can come in here. I can have a quick look at the raw signal. So every time the system runs, it saves the data into the cloud. And we can see the peaks actually for capsaicin here. So here we are, peak 1, peak 2, and peak 3. Very clean peaks, by the way. So peak 1, peak 2, and peak 3. Not super high because it's only 525 Scoville Heat Units. So I've got the Scoville Heat Units here. I've got the raw signal. I've got great traceability. I can tell you the exact time I did this, the exact date I did this, who did it. And I can also export as a PDF if you want to kind of have some sort of batch record or etc. But of course, it's always saved in the cloud anyway. So you don't absolutely need to do that, but it does give you a kind of good traceability. So thank you to the guys from Slap Your Mama for giving me a few samples this week. This is one of them, and I think you want me to do a hot, medium, and mild. A hot, medium, and a mild, and that I think was the mild one that you must have given me there. As I say, we got the raw signals. If you're interested, this is the particular material that we tested, and if you want to get hold of Food Sense Generation 4, then you can definitely contact us through the website, and we'd be happy to answer questions. Okay, thanks very much.